Hello there, friends. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of mindfulness and positivity. Just a quick check in. How's the breath? How's the mind? How's the perception? How are you looking at your life? How are you looking at your environment? And how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone who is in charge and capable of audacious things? Of making dreams real? Everything is in the hazy wave state, or if that's too complicated for you, when we say hazy wave, it's in the ether, it's in the air, it is in the unseen, the spiritual world. So everything is there, and through mind we receive these information and insights. So thoughts from past masters, they're all there. And if we tune in, if we are deliberate in being receptors of wisdom, we can easily receive these insights that are a match for our spirit. And this is where you hear the call of the spirit, or this is where you can hear your big mission, your calling, or your purpose. So sit still and make time for reflection on what truly matters to you, so that you'll know how to design your day. Because we're all given an equal amount of hours. But do you ever wonder why other people flourish and others are merely surviving? I've been fascinated with that. We're all humans, and we all have limbs, brains, senses, and why is it that other people are doing greater things than others? So watch where you are aligned. Is where you are in your life completely fulfilling you? Is your stature? Are your patterns really reflecting the truth of what you are? Is today going to be maximized on what could it be at its fullest, stretched out to its farthest possibility? Meeting the edge. And when we meet the edge, we're going to meet with a little discomfort, maybe embarrassment, a lot of failure, because a lot of things won't work when you try them. Try doing a kickflip or an ollie for the first time. It's gonna suck. You won't even make the wheels lift off of the ground. And try to do a standing bow pose. And for sure, it's going to be far from the people who have been doing it for years. So what is it within you that is called to become a master of? What are you? So in your mind's eye, we can design the ideal person that we desire. And in that picture, through that picture, it will create some energetic feelings in your gut and in your brain, and you'll be pulled towards the reality of that to bring the hazy wave into matter, to bring the imagination to reality, because everything was once imagined. God just imagined this, and then it turned into trees, birds, and wind and fire. And we are created in the image and likeness of that one that created all. And we are all creators, and we have a connection to this divine powers. So all of your human problems, set it aside. If you're feeling constricted, restricted, or limited in some way, change things around. Find that thing that brings you freedom. Sit still and connect to that divine power because you can use it. Everything is figure outable. Everything has a solution, and everything happens for the highest sake of everyone. And you have the power to design your life, watching and being mindful of the areas of your life, relationships, spirituality, mentality, business, and watch where you can adjust the levers. Where are you going to increase some intensity? Where are you going to increase time allotted for? And there are tools such as the SMART goals. Make it specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. And with weeks, you can measure some of these inputs that you're creating for your life. And first of all, before you start anything, you got to make sure that you are doing it for the right reason. When we say right reason, you're doing it because it is a blessing in itself, because it is a gift. Doing it, you're aiming at the highest possible good because it is your honor to do so. You're not doing it to get something. You're doing it because it's only the byproduct of what you are. And what you are can be looked into and fanned like a flame through consistent affirmations of truth, through rewiring of the subconscious mind, through being aware of past programmings and letting them go, yogic practices, deep breathing, mindfulness, walking, cleaning, and trying something audacious, something brave, something you've never done before. And people are there to help you. I can help design some things that you are shy to even think of. During my discovery calls, some people are just shy to even imagine themselves succeeding. One friend of mine, I had a one-on-one with him, and he said he just don't know. He just doesn't know. When I asked him, what do you really, really want? He said he doesn't know. That is good that you know now that you do not know. And then let's sit some more on this. What brings you life? What is life for you? What is love to you? What are you searching for? Then you can jot things down, write 10 things that you are desiring. It doesn't matter. It can change. It doesn't matter if your answers, there are no wrong answers, is my point. So what is it? And be comfortable in looking into the future version of yourself. My favorite practice is looking into the 5-year from now version of oneself. And from that reality, what would he say to you right now? What would he say to you? Maybe congratulate you. Maybe tell you, don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay. That's actually the best part of your life. And it's always in the present moment. The power is right here. The power to choose if you're gonna jump into pleasure for momentary joy. I don't want to even call it joy. Those momentary shallow pleasures of the mammalian brain, of your limbic system. True joy is found in the pursuit of something great. And not finishing it, not in the attaining of the goal. And we're built not for arriving, we're built for going. It went when it big banged, and it went on to create and flourish and collaborate and communicate with other elements and things, and it became you. Your ancestors did a whole lot of collaboration. They jammed, they intertwined, they experimented, and there came you. And what are you gonna experiment on with all of the wisdom that has been written, that has been thought of? Because everything that has been done can be tapped into. You just need to get into the feeling of it. Tap into the wisdom of Steve Jobs, or into the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, Einstein, Tesla. All is there. And another fascinating fact that I came across, that it is provable by mathematics and science that you contain within you atoms that were once in the body of Jesus Christ. Because each and every time we inhale and exhale, particles of your organs disperse, and it gets exchanged with other people, and we're just breathing as one. And knowing this oneness, that you are one with your imagination, you're one with your dreams, doesn't that make you feel good, psyched, and excited that you can conjure up a life of your dreams? But you gotta harness the power of the higher part of your mind, the cortex, the limbic system. Remember, that's your fight or flight, and your nervous system turns into the sympathetic mode, where it is using up, it's always on. And when it is always on, it produces cortisol and hormones that are not of healing and repair. So activate your vagus nerve by relaxing, intentionally relaxing, knowing that all is well and everything happens for a reason. And know that everything solves itself with or without your participation. Set aside your ego mask for a while. Nobody's really thinking about you, and nobody cares really. It only matters if you add value to this world, and you help others, and you help them light up, lift them up, and share your joy. Share your joy to others. And what they think of you, don't worry about that, because nobody does, really. And with that in mind, you're free. If you're not worried about what other people think, you're free to experiment. So a whole world just opened up for you. Everything is possible. Talk to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, what I should do with my life. Everything's here, right at your fingertips. Use technology, and even better than that, use the technology that is of the spirit. Because there's a higher power, the one that grows your nails and make your eyes receive light, the one that grows the trees and creates the storms, and the one that expands the universe. That moving force. I love the fact that it's moving, and we can just move with it. And it's only our preference that makes things of suffering. So unclench your jaw, relax your hips, relax the grip of your hands, and open up through stretching. You can stretch your body, do a backward bending, sideward bending. and stretch to realities that you never knew existed. Help humanity. How are you going to do that? So it happens by helping yourself have a good view of it. To be constantly changing your mind. Loosely held opinions. Loosely held, but they are strong. But be willing to be proven wrong. Be strong in your resolve in each and every moment, but be open to learn. That's the only way to live and flourish, to learn, connect, collaborate, and make things new. So how are you going to apply that in your life today? How are you going to apply that into your next hour? Reaching for the next best feeling thought. Being willing to undergo pain of learning and the pain of sacrificing immediate pleasure, delaying gratification of chocolates for the discipline of a better you. Casting a vote for that type of person you really intend to become. A fully well-balanced, intellectual, spiritual, and just a loving being. I'm practicing it by becoming more gentle and tender in my approach to things, creating spaciousness through the breath. In each and every thing I receive, I allow 3 breaths. For I know it's my limbic system, my limbic brain is the first one to cast his or her opinion, and being mindful if it's of criticism. If you criticize, watch it. It's your shadow self. We call it the shadow because it is not exposed to the light. We're not aware of it, but if we stop, shine a light of awareness on that shadow, and you'll no longer be a slave to it. You'll redeem yourself. Watch the things that trigger you. Your triggers are your treasures. Why are you emotionally eating? Why don't you feel safe just sitting still? Why do you need such and such? All is made well. All is great. All is happening. And may we all be like as high in godliness as we can be. To accept and to receive things with understanding, and to ask not for answers but for understanding. It's a more peaceful way to go. Because if you ask questions, you'll be answered only with more questions. And to focus our energies on things that are really bigger than us. It's really humbling. And may you face your day head on. Really laser focused on your mission, the things that are really truly important to you, and bang it out. And I assure you, if you face it, it's no big deal. You'll realize it's no big deal if you just do it. And you'll learn, you'll gather data. you'll gather data. You'll see the cause and effect of things. And then another vantage point shall appear before you. And then you'll dream once again, and then you'll go for it once more, and another type of learning shall be learned, and you'll keep on going. That's the point of life, expansion. So may you expand to the fullest version of yourself. Happy Sunday, wherever you may be. Take a walk, go to your local cafe and be nice to the barista. Compliment his or her hat and just give a smile. Sometimes that's all that we can do, and sometimes we think it's not that big of a deal, but to some it just probably just made their day. So that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to Make Pure Thy Heart. Go to startearlytoday.com. Go to makepurethyheart.com, and that's it. We're gonna have a nice Sunday drive. Ooh, don't you just find it joyful to drive around in this beautiful America? The roads are wide, the skies are ever vast, and the trees are so in tune with the seasons. Because where I came from, where I lived before America, was a tropical place where it only rained and it's only hot and rainy. Oh, it rains for 2 months and then it's summer. What? Now I find it hard to think of or comprehend. Wow. Okay, I'm drifting. That's it for today. Namaste.